people of Kenya to agree on one single presidential candidate.
A new political formation, styling itself as the United Opposition Alliance, has emerged as a significant force to watch ahead of Kenya's 2027 general election. This group, which brings together Kalonzo Musyoka of Wiper, Rigathi Gachagua of DCP, Democracy for Citizens Party, Eugene Wamalwa and George Natembeya of DAPK, and a host of other regional heavyweights, met this week and reaffirmed their unity, vowing to act and campaign as one coalition.
Kwa kitendo hichi tunaonyesha wazi kwamba sisi timu ya United Opposition, we are truly united and we will continue to console.
Their declaration marks the most coherent show of opposition coordination since the passing of Raila Odinga, and could reshape the country's political arithmetic if it holds together until 2027. Now, to demonstrate their newfound cohesion, the United Opposition leaders announced they would approach the November 27th by-elections under a single banner.
And it is in the same spirit that DCP has ceded ground in Malava, in Mbeere North.
In one notable case, the Democracy for Citizens Party candidate for the Malava seat stepped down in favor of DAPK Kenya's Seth Panyako in what the coalition described as a gesture of good faith towards unity.
By the time I've conceded, it is after I've assessed his abilities. I want to tell my people back home, retreat is not surrender.
Similar withdrawals are being negotiated in other constituencies to avoid splitting the opposition vote, a tactical shift that could deliver visible wins and build early momentum.
We are determined, as we have been told by the people of Kenya, that they want one single presidential candidate to face William Ruto.
This is the first practical test of their unity, and if they can win together in the by-elections, they'll have a proof of concept for 2027. Let's look at the Kalonzo factor and why he is emerging as the consensus candidate. Within the coalition, Kalonzo Musyoka has quietly but steadily emerged as a likely presidential flag bearer, a reflection of both seniority and strategic acceptability across factions. Now, there are several factors strengthening Kalonzo's position. 1. Experience and stature. As a former vice president and a long-time ally of the late Raila Odinga, Kalonzo carries national name recognition and diplomatic polish. He is seen as a bridge between older and younger political generations. Coalition capital. Kalonzo's Wiper party remains dominant in the Ukambani region, commanding roughly 1.6 to 1.8 million votes, according to IBC past data, a block that forms a critical foundation for any presidential bid.
We, which will be transparent and theft-free, will establish technology hubs.
Number 3, perceived neutrality. Among the United Opposition's senior figures, Kalonzo is viewed as the least polarizing. Both Western Kenya leaders and Mount Kenya dissenters consider him as an acceptable compromise, especially as Rigathi Gachagua's alignment with the opposition reshapes ethnic alliances. And number 4, Raila legacy factor. Following Raila's passing, a significant portion of the Azimio base, especially from Luo Nyanza and coastal counties, may gravitate towards Kalonzo as a natural heir to the opposition mantle, given his loyalty to Raila's coalition and his consistent message of reform.
There were indeed crocodiles across the River Jordan, as we used to say.
So, let's look at the regional strengths and how the numbers add up. And this is actually based on the IBC 2022 data. If unity holds, the United Opposition's regional arithmetic looks formidable on paper. Kalonzo Musyoka commands a strong and loyal base across Ukambani. These are the counties of Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos. That region alone carries an estimated 1.7 million votes, forming a dependable foundation for the coalition. From Mount Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua brings influence in counties like Nyeri, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Kiambu, Meru, and Embu. And also mention Nakuru County and Laikipia County, which are also largely considered as the Mount Kenya voting bloc. Now, the region holds roughly 4.5 million registered voters, and even if Gachagua captures a fraction of that, it could seriously split President Ruto's traditional stronghold and turn the mountain into a crucial battleground.
Man, and an honest man. I keep my word and my promises.
In Western Kenya, Eugene Wamalwa and George Natembeya have consolidated support across Bungoma, Kakamega, Trans Nzoia, Vihiga, and Busia. That bloc commands around 2.6 million votes, making it one of the most decisive swing regions in any national contest. On the coast, counties like Mombasa, Kilifi, Kwale, and Tana River, a region with about 1.7 million voters, still largely loyal to the opposition's reformist message. And in Nyanza, the Raila Odinga legacy vote remains powerful, especially in Kisumu, Siaya, Migori, and Homa Bay, contributing another 1.9 million voters who are emotionally tied to the broader opposition movement. When you add up these numbers, the united opposition could begin 2027 with a combined potential of nearly 12 million votes, a figure that would make it a serious threat to President Ruto if the alliance stays intact and disciplined. So let's also look at Rigathi Gachagua's role, the wild card from Mount Kenya. Now, perhaps the most politically intriguing member of the united opposition is Rigathi Gachagua, who appears to have repositioned himself from the impeached deputy president to dissident kingmaker. His fallout with the Kenya Kwanza establishment has opened cracks in Mount Kenya politics. If he can carry even a third of the region's 4.5 million votes, he would dramatically alter the 2027 equation, making Mount Kenya the new battleground, not the guaranteed Ruto fortress it once was.
Wewe kubali tusungumuze. Mimi nikaamuka nakamwambia mimi siogopi masungumuzo, ile mtu naogopa ni wewe.
For Kalonzo, Gachagua's participation offers something no other opposition leader could deliver: access to a region that has historically determined presidential outcomes.
Tukiamua ni Kalonzo Musyoka mtampigia kura. Mtampigia.
What about Eugene Wamalwa and Natembeya, Western Kenya's reawakening? Now, the Western Bloc, long quoted, often divided, now appears more coordinated under Eugene Wamalwa and George Natembeya.
Sasa nimesikia wanataka kuiba kura zenu. Nimesikia Oscar Sudi.
Their decision to rally behind the united opposition, even at the cost of fielding fewer by-election candidates, underscores a collective strategy to build a single Western voting front.
Tunajua kwamba wanafunzi wetu ambao wako secondary school mambo ya karo ni shida.
If Western counties vote as a bloc, as they did partially in 2022 for Raila, the region could deliver nearly 3 million votes, potentially deciding the national outcome. So what are the stakes for 2027, and can unity survive? While the coalition's electoral potential is undeniable, sustaining unity through 2026 to 2027 will be the ultimate test. The key question now is, can the united opposition learn from history and prioritize strategy over ego? So far, gestures like candidate withdrawals in by-elections and joint campaign appearances suggest a maturing opposition bloc willing to compromise for power. And if that spirit endures, and if Kalonzo Musyoka emerges as the agreed flag bearer with Gachagua and Wamalwa as principal deputies, President Ruto could face his most organized and numerically potent challenge yet. So, the united opposition's meeting was more than a routine show of solidarity. It was a strategic declaration of intent. By demonstrating unity in upcoming by-elections and hinting at a single 2027 candidate, the group has injected new uncertainty into Ruto's re-election calculus. If this unity holds, combining Kalonzo's loyal eastern base, Gachagua's Mount Kenya foothold, Wamalwa's western numbers, and the residual Raila support from Nyanza and Coast, the opposition could redraw Kenya's political map. For now, one thing is clear: the 2027 race may no longer be about whether President Ruto has an opponent, but whether Kenya's new united opposition can stay united long enough to defeat him. Thank you for watching. Look out for our next episode. This is Inside the Calling.